Hey, what's up? What I'm going to be doing in this video is showing you guys how to make a California compliant 10/30 round magazine, which is just a 30 round magazine body, internally limited to only hold 10 rounds to make it California compliant. Yeah, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys what you need to get, or what I got at least, and then the supplies and tools you're going to need. It's pretty basic, but just want to make a video about it. So what I have right here is a 10/30 round magazine plug. A Bulgarian AKM 30 round rebuild kit. And what it is just a 30 round magazine in parts. And it's in parts, so it's legal to be bought and sold in California. Here's the magazine body. Like I said, it's a Bulgarian. Here's the magazine spring. It's pretty long, actually. Here's the follower, and this is where the rounds rest on top of, right here. They rest on top of here, and they push them up in the magazine and allow it to feed. And this is the floor plate, and this is some sort of floor plate retention guide, or I'm not sure what you call this, but it attaches onto the floor plate, and it's under spring pressure, and it keeps the floor plate from coming off. So it's a floor plate retainer, basically. I have no freaking goddamn paper towel, so I'm gonna be using these little stupid napkins that I found. So I'm just gonna spray some simple green on here. And I'm pretty sure I already degreased the magazine body, at least. I think I did, I can't remember, so I'm just gonna be doing this again. I'm in frame. That's feeling pretty dry in here now, so I think that's good. This part, the floor plate, has a decent amount of cosmoline still on it. It's a little shiny. Not sure if you can see that. Let's see. You can kind of tell, but I can feel it's real lubricated and slippery. So let's get a good amount on there. God damn, these napkins suck. Look at this napkin. This simple green is really making short work of getting these parts just all grease and lubricant free. So I really recommend using simple green. I'm sure 409 will work too, but simple green, brake parts cleaner, anything like that really cuts grease well, that'll do a good job. Okay, so it's to my understanding that here's the top of the magazine, here's the bottom, and so this thing goes in. Let's get the follower first. The follower is of course the first thing that goes in, because that's what the bullets will be resting on, or the rounds. So that sits in there, like, can't really hold it in there and get it to the light. You can see it kinda. Yeah, so follower sits in there, and then the magazine plug is the next thing that comes after the follower. And you can see on here, get to focus. Come on. There you go. You can see on here there's like a dimple. God damn it. Can't even tell if it's focusing or not. Whatever, there's a dimple right here. You can see it pretty easily. And you can see there's a little groove right here. And so these two actually line up pretty perfectly. And so they fit together kind of like a glove. So I'm assuming they just go into the magazine Maybe I don't know. There we go. I'm pretty sure they go in the magazine like this. They said this thing might need to be fitted to fit inside your magazine because it's basically made one size fits all. So I'm assuming that's how it goes, and I just need to shave this down a little bit. So I'm probably going to get the file out or just get my bench grinder going and then file these down a little bit and then presume putting this thing together. So, be right back. Okay, so that turned out to be way more work than I thought. Not only did I have to grind down these right here, but I had to kind of profile the top of this thing because I didn't really take account for some of the other contours inside this follower. And right about here inside of it, there's a little divot that goes down. It doesn't show on here, but it's just a piece of plastic that protrudes downward. And then right here, you might be able to see it. Well, anyways, there's another protrusion that goes right about here. And it's just a curved surface. Just a thin and curved. And it sits right in here. So I had to take this down and had to knock out a little notch in the back. This notch compensates for the protrusion down here, and then taking this surface down compensates for that little curved, the thin area. It's not fits in there a lot better. And also, since I took down these edges, fits in here now. So now I'm gonna trim this magazine spring down just a little bit, just to make it easier to assemble this thing and get it glued, because getting this all together and glued like while holding the spring in is gonna be damn near impossible. So it's gonna just take a little bit of the section out of the spring. Let's see, last coil is in this direction, so I'm gonna need to get one that's going in the opposite direction. So one that's this way, I'm gonna need to cut it right at the curve. Let's see, maybe a little bit down the curve, right as the curve starts ending. Holy shit. And so I gotta bend the spring now, so it's going in this direction, and bend this up now. Alright, so now I basically have that new little floor spring, and let's see, this is the original section that I cut, and so the last coil kind of bends in at the end right here, just at a little angle, so I'm gonna replicate that right now. Okay, so now this is the entire spring, and that's the end of it now. It's got that little bend in it, so looks exactly or close to exactly how it used to before, but it's just that much shorter. That's just gonna help just that little bit. Alright, so now I'm just gonna scuff up the surface here, because I'm gonna be gluing this to this section right here, which is the retainer, and so this way you won't be able to push this out of it and then slide it off. It's gonna be stuck on there forever. So now to the gluing, or to the adhesion promoting. And I'm just gonna go over this thing just a little bit too. Alright, so both of these pieces got sanded just a little bit, so when I put the epoxy on them, they're gonna stick really nicely together. And before I actually get to the epoxying, I'm gonna be sure to wipe these down with the simple green one more time, just to get all the dust off that came from sanding them. A little bit of epoxy A little bit of epoxy right here I need to mix. Alright, that's mixed pretty well. Now I'm going to attempt to put this thing together while trying not to look like a pansy, but I most likely will. So for your entertainment, the follower, drop the follower in there, get the magazine plug, and put this in. The way I do it is I kind of walk it in with my fingers. I always keep at least one finger, try keeping 2 fingers on it at all times, and then just alternate. And this way it doesn't have a chance of shooting out on you, because this thing will shoot out on you in an instant. I got this in and I'm holding it down with my fingers, and so I'm going to put some epoxy on the floor plate. I'm putting a generous amount because I can always just wipe it off if there's too much. So now just slide it on. I got it halfway on, so it's going to hold down this plate, and then I'm going to put a little bit more epoxy on. You can see how halfway on, it's not fully on. Get it on there. And let's get this thing on all the way. Dunzos. Then let's wipe this off. I got all the parts for this at CA Legal Mag or CA Legal Mags, I believe. I'll put the link in the description for where you can get all the parts for this. The Bulgarian AKM magazine rebuild kit and the magazine plug. Altogether it was about $30, I'm pretty sure. Can't really remember, but it was about $30. And so it was not too bad at all. And that, I'm pretty sure that's including shipping. So it wasn't too bad. And yeah, pretty pleased with the outcome of it. And this is my AKM 10/30 magazine. Hope you enjoyed. And since this is how is this gonna look in the video? I don't know, pointing to the right. I'm gonna need one that's gonna be pointing to the left. Or fuck, I don't know, this is hella backwards.